Welcome to Chiropad TV. This is Dr. Paul Bindell, President of Life Systems Software. It is with great pleasure that we provide you with this segment of our video training series for the ChiroSuite programs. In this presentation, we are going to discuss insurance posting using the line item method. When you are using the line item posting method as the prime means of recording payments in your office, you should first make sure that the default is set properly. Go to Tools, Settings, then click on the button for Insurance, and make sure that under the default posting method, it is set to line item posting. If you need to change it, click Apply, and then click OK. From here on, the default will be line item posting in the patient's insurance posting screen. You would then open the patient to which the payment has arrived, and then once the patient is open, click on the button for Post Insurance. You will note that it has now defaulted to line item posting. If for some reason you needed to switch back just for this patient, you would be able to click on the drop-down arrow and select Global Posting, and it will automatically switch back. However, if you want to keep it on line item posting, which is what we will do now, when the check arrives, you would enter the check number and also the total amount of the payment that is being applied to this patient. For example, if you get a check, such as from Blue Cross and Blue Shield, that is listing 25 different patients, you would only fill in the total amount that applies to this patient, not the total amount of the check. In order to clear the box, all you need to do is click into it, then hit the delete key so that the zeros are removed, and then put in the dollar amount of the check. You would then go line by line, and for each line, you would click into the paid column. Then push the delete key on your keyboard to make sure that there are no zeros left in there. You would then enter the dollar amount that applies to that specific line item. You would then also go into the patient transfer column and put in the dollar amount that gets transferred to the patient balance, or if there had been some amount that was going to go into the write-off column, in other words, that either because of your agreement with the insurance carrier or your agreement with the patient will not be held responsible for that dollar amount, for that specific service, you would then enter it in the write-off column. When you are finished making all of the entries, you would simply click on the Save icon so that the information will be saved. When you save the information, you are automatically returned to the front desk screen. If we then return to the post-insurance screen, you will note that changes have taken place. The line item for which the amount paid and the patient transfer and write-off amounted to a zero amount due is now gone. It has been moved into the closed claims area. The line item for which a partial entry was made, but it was not zeroed out, has remained on the screen. In order to eliminate something from the open items list, the amounts paid, transferred, and written off must equal the amount due. Once you have made all the entries, you are able to view the closed items by clicking on the Closed Items tab. If there is a need to resubmit any of these charges, you simply click on the line that you want, and then in the Resubmit To box, click on the drop-down arrow and select the appropriate insurance carrier. In this instance, the patient had only one insurance carrier, so it would be resubmitted only to that one. However, there are times that patients have two or more insurance carriers, and then you would need to select the correct carrier. If you want to see more about the disposition of a specific claim, you would click onto the line that you are interested in, and then come up to the hand that says Display Properties. When you click on that, it will show you all the visits and all the services that had originally been entered on that specific claim. It will show you the name of the insurance carriers related to the claim, the date on which you entered a payment, a denial, or a transfer, and you'd be able to scroll through the list and see all the entries that were made. In addition, if you clicked on Submission History, you would be able to see all the dates on which this specific claim had been produced, which carrier it had been submitted to, and what was the form type, whether it went on paper, which would be the HCFA 1500, or electronically through a clearinghouse using Internet Disk Image. If you have a need to, you can simply click on Print Screen and this claim submission history will print out. You can also look at a claim history log, which would be used by your insurance secretary to note any information that is specific to this claim. When we close out of this little screen, we are back on the post-insurance ledger. Any changes that have been made requires that you click on Update All Changes, in other words, the little floppy disk, to save what you've entered. If you do not save it, it is as if you never entered it. And that brings us back to the front desk screen. Once you have completed your insurance posting, then you can close the patient and move on to another patient or to whatever else you need to do. Thank you for watching this training video. Should you have additional questions that were not answered here, please contact support@chiroped.com or call us at 973-625-3716. We will do everything we can to make sure that you get the maximum benefit from using the ChiroSuite programs.